Alright guys, welcome back for a very early morning, or I guess if you're European, nice evening stream. We have Calimsha versus Suzume Jaku, Scorpion versus Crane, and we're just going to do a quick deck analysis before the game starts. Well, the game is actually the game has actually started, it looks like. So we'll just kind of talk about the decks as the game goes on, or as the game starts, I guess.
Yeah, very quick. Calimsha is playing Scorpion Crab. His splash is 3 Hiruma Skirmishers, 3 Pathfinder's Blade. He is going quite heavy on the conflict characters with 3 Byushi Kachiko, 3 Hiruma Skirmisher, 3 Unassuming Yojimbo, and he has 2 Fate Worse Than Death. We're seeing kind of a drop bears type deck here.
Calimsha does have he has he's three calling in favors as attachment control. He's on this traditional 2 Cloud the Mind, and he does have fans and katanas.
Yep. And then from Crane here, we're seeing a Crane Unicorn deck. He's playing 3 Spyglasses, 2 Wichi Wayfinder, and 2 copies of Gaijin Customs.
He also is playing Cloud the Mind.
Yeah, interestingly, he has Cloud the Mind, and he's also running the Perfect Gift, which is a card that I've personally seen a lot of people phase out in favor of Test of Skill.
Yeah, the problem with the Perfect Gift is it's just card. It's always going to be card disadvantage. It is, however, card selection, like strong card selection. But I agree that Test of Skill has kind of. This one does cost 0 though.
Interestingly, Calimsha is not playing any policy debates, and his opponent is playing 2 of them.
Yep, his opponent is also on 3 Hotaru, 1 Yoshi, which is kind of different than what the other cranes are running. And he only has 2 holdings total.
All right.
So we're underway here. So Calimsha has played Illusionist and passed first for the Fate, and then we have a Guest of Honor with 2 and an Artisan with none. Both
Passing
players.
first for the Fate is a pretty signature move for these drop bear decks. I know they typically want to play, honestly 0 to 1 characters, 2 at most, and get the passing Fate, get an advantage, and then use their conflict characters.
So both players bid 5, pretty standard. I think both players will try and bid 5 as often as possible in this match. Crane, with if they get Spyglass and Representative going, they might start to try and low bid.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. We are seeing the City of Lies.
So Calimsha has City of Lies, and he's activated it already, which is can be good because you can preempt like a Fate Worse Than Death or something. But the problem is if you just play another event before that happening, you'll just blank your City of Lies.
Ouch, and that is the first conflict into a shameful display. That is not necessarily what Calimsha wants to see.
So
Oh man, even worse, it's a military conflict. Does that
signified Yojimbo maybe? Oh no, that doesn't make sense. He would have just played a pre-conflict.
Yeah, to me that would maybe his
Oh, charge.
yeah.
However,
But a voice of honor
yeah,
because of the shameful display. That's harsh.
yeah, okay. So the military is signifying a charge with Shoju, and then he has the favorable ground to pull Shoju out.
Yeah. That's a strong play, but it looks like
Jaku.
it looks like the counter was ready, so let's see what happens next.
Now Calimsha is playing 3 Bonsai, so we could see a Bonsai here in an attempt to win. He is contesting Void Ring. Or no, contesting Water, I'm sorry.
Oh man, very interesting here.
What do you think about contesting Water first?
Illusionist spends a Fate to cancel Artisan. I think with respect to doing Water first.
Oh, second charge.
Oh, so he used his Illusionist to discard the Asahina Artisan status token, and then he charged his Bayushi Shoju.
So, a little bit of poor sequencing by Calimsha. I mean, if you're going to make this play, you should just use your first action to Illusionist.
Yeah, though it's possible he was trying to bait out the... Since he knew he had both charges, it's possible he was trying to bait out the Voice of Honor first.
What's your opinion?
It does mean that he doesn't have one now.
Sure. What's your opinion on spending an extra Fate and a card to say bait out like a key card like Voice of Honor? Like, would you always make that play if you could?
It depends on situational factors, but in a situation that gets down to the counter wars, you typically want to be the person who's playing the second counter. So trying to bleed off your opponent's counters initially can be useful.
That's fair. You're basically
At
trading...
the same time, it does hurt to spend the fate, but Calimsha has fate to spare with that early pass.
Oh wait! Also, he had City of Lies, so the first charge.
Oh yeah.
The first charge.
Oh yeah, that's true. It was free. So I actually think that's a fine play.
I agree. So we see a sword going on the Artisan to prevent Calimsha from winning the conflict, but then Calimsha just pulls Shoju out.
Yeah. So then we have.
Wayfinder.
I'm actually not sure playing. I guess he had to play the katana to avoid a break.
Yeah. Wayfinder finds Public Forum from Calimsha. I know Calimsha has Public Forum in his row, along with Pilgrimage, Shameful, and Secret Cache. He has Rally under his stronghold.
That's a little unfortunate. Public Forum is probably the best province to attack early on.
Real quick, so Crane player is running Frostbitten Crossing, Art of Peace, Public Forum, Shameful, and then Rally under Stronghold.
Do we know that he has Rally under Stronghold?
To be fair, we don't. He could have Frostbitten under Stronghold?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in this matchup it's not very wise to do that, but sometimes you see it. Wow, Frostbitten Crossing and Art of Peace. That's kind of rogue. We have neither of the two more standard options.
I would say the two more consistent options.
Okay, so now we're seeing Suzume makes an attack with that Wichi Wayfinder.
On the Public Forum that he found.
On the Public Forum, yep. That's fairly standard. He's going for an Earth Ring. Now we see a Bonsai.
Okay, so he's not gonna kick it. He does have to kick it.
Whoa. Oh, that's a costly mistake. Suzume does not use the Bonsai again. I think he didn't realize that the City of Lies gave +1 province strike.
Yeah, so I was gonna say he doesn't.
That's a wasted card. That's a wasted card for Suzume.
Yeah, and Suzume saying he didn't realize going too fast.
Yep.
So
he does get an Earth Ring. He discards a Pathfinder's Blade from Calimsha.
Which is very nice.
That's a nice discard.
Now, if you have Pathfinder's Blade in your hand opening, you gotta throw that on your Illusionist, right? Like that could have prevented a lot of grief.
He may have just thought, these provinces don't hit very hard. The only one that he really cares about is Shameful. Unfortunately, he did hit it. But if he hits Public Forum, he can play the Pathfinder's Blade later. And if he hits Frostbitten Crossing, it'll knock the blade away. So
we see Bayushi Chainsaw, aka Shoju, coming in here, ready to just mow somebody down.
Shoju is being... it looks like the guest of honor is defending against Shoju. And this is an annoying situation for Calimsha to some degree, but Shoju's huge political stats of 7 mean that he is still in a pretty good spot.
So we have a dishonored Shoju here. Shoju taps guest of honor, bringing it down to 3.
Yep.
Of note...
Now, because...
Oh, God.
Because there aren't events that Calimsha can play here, his options are pretty limited, unless he has a Cloud the Mind for guest.
We see a Shame bowing Shoju, and then Calimsha just gives up the conflict.
Yep. So this is pretty interesting. I will say I think that Bonsai was a big misplay. I think that if he had done that correctly, well, he still wouldn't have gotten a break. He would have just knocked off a Public Forum token. But it would have put him substantially ahead.
I think if Crane had done that, he would have. I think he would have probably won the turn. He might not have been ahead in the game, but I think he would have won the turn.
I do think he probably did. I think he probably is up overall right now, but not by as much as he would be with that Public Forum knocked off or with the Bonsai still in his hand. So that was an unfortunate mistake.
So Crane player still has Gust of Honor. The thing is, Calimsha has a big Fate advantage right now, which is a pretty big deal in his deck with 6 pretty expensive conflict characters in Kachiko and 3 unassuming Yojimbos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know you've been a little outspoken on Yojimbo. I think 3 is too many. I mean, if I'm going to run Yojimbo, I think I want to do 2.
You know me, man. I think 1 is too many. I really do not like that card.
That's fair.
But, the thing is, I actually think Calimsha is using it in the one situation where I would consider it, which is he's running 3 Haruma Skirmisher already, and he just wants more covert stuff. So he puts in the Yojimbo as well, and I think if you put that much of a premium on covert, it's actually fine to do this.
So
The thing
Jaku,
that I don't like is people playing him over the other covert options, which I think are generally better.
that's fair because they're cheaper. So
Yeah.
Jaku mulligans one Cautious Scout and then flips double Challenger Brash Samurai.
Okay.
So he plays Challenger with one, and then Kalimsha plays Hero with two.
This could be a battle of the move-ins. If I were Suzume, I would just pass here, but let's see what he does.
Yeah, see, but the thing is, if he was gonna do it, he should have played Challenger with two.
Yeah, I think Challenger with 2 would have been a strong
So
play.
I think he's not going to pass. I think he's gonna play either Cautious Scout or Brash Samurai with one.
Is he on Noble Sacrifice? Is that a card he's playing?
I have not. I'm double
He
checking.
is not playing
He's
Noble
not playing
Sacrifice.
Noble
Okay.
Sac. Noble Sac is
Looks
quite
like
good against
he has
Scorpion because they
pass.
dishonor their own characters so often.
Yeah, I know. In a Noble Sac deck, playing Brash Samurai without any fate is often a strong play.
Oh, that's true because you just first action honor, and then after the conflict, you just kill one of their guys.
Yeah, exactly right. You use him in your first conflict and then, see what happens.
So Calimsha uses his stronghold and draw step to steal an honor from the Crane player, because he
Another reason using that extra bonsai would have been good.
Yep.
It would be even.
Because Calimsha lost an honor for an undefended conflict
Or, yeah, and then
on public forum. So they both did the same. He stole one, so they were even, and then he lost one.
No, he stole one, so he was up by 1, and he lost 2. There's another one that he lost for Dishonored Shoju leaving play.
Oh yes, you're right.
All right, let's see here. Looks like some passes. Calimsha uses his storehouse, obviously.
So Calimsha,
One thing that I like a lot about Calimsha's deck is it has a high number of holdings. I think holdings are generally pretty good.
I think
I
they're
used to be
very, very strong
More
in the dropper
skeptical
style.
of them, but he's on 9 holdings right now.
Holdings also play really well with drop errors type decks because a lot of your characters come from your conflict deck. Holdings aren't as detrimental.
So here's a question: are we going to see every character moved into this conflict?
So
Challenger kind of wants to move Heroi in, and then Heroi kind of wants to move Guest of Honor in.
well, so I think if Challenger does pull Hero just pulls a Gust of Honor because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And it is a military attack, so pulling Gust of Honor is reasonable. It's also on public forum, so like it's not even that big of a deal if you
I do see
lose the
a
conflict.
surprising thing here. Suzume has gone for the political favor rather than the military, which means that in this situation he's actually not breaking.
So there's a katana.
There's a
though.
katana. Now we're at break.
And pulling Hero doesn't change anything because Hero is a 0 mil.
That's right.
The main.
Fate worse than death. I think he should have pulled Heroi before playing that katana.
I agree. First action he should have pulled.
But
Which is
okay, so we'll now see if Crane has something to get back into this conflict. He might have a Steward of Law or Wichi Wayfinder, but his odds of a break are quite low.
So Calimsha did not use City of Lies to reduce that fate worse than death.
That may have just been forgetfulness.
Well, so yes, because Calimsha used his first action to pass. So,
oh wow, yeah.
So he could have just City of Lies, and then we see the katana, and then we see a discounted fate worse than death.
Yeah, it's possible that he was trying to lull Suzume into a false sense of security, but I think it would have still been. I think it's still pretty useful to use it.
I mean,
he's loading up Heroi.
I bet
he's going to go for that shameful display with this Pathfinder's Blade to shut it down.
I think it was risky also for Calimsha to pass first, because then it gives the challenger an option to pull Hero where he otherwise wouldn't.
That's right.
So now Calimsha uses City of Lies.
Now it's in effect.
So I mean, if he casts a spell with City of Lies, it's not that big of a deal for him to have missed it on Fate Worse Than Death because you're gonna save the fate somewhere else.
Yeah. By the way, Fate Worse Than Death is another reason it would have been good.
Oh, we're gonna get a calling in favor.
Calling in favor. Oh, he's stolen the
Spyglass.
Spyglass. That's gonna be quite a blow.
Okay, so he uses...
I believe the Crane deck does not have any attachment control whatsoever, which is going to be harsh. Yeah.
So...
Additionally, stealing the Spyglass will disable the Crane player's Gaijin customs.
Yep, that's true. That's very true. And also, Calimsha can go for air here to get the fate, and then use the Illusionist to remove the Dishonor token from Heroi.
Yep.
Which is
so here we see the buffed up Heroi going in for that shameful display, and he has the Pathfinder's Blade ready to cancel it.
What do you think about not attacking with your illusionist also?
He may, yeah. Well, no, the illusionist will just get bad by the stronghold.
Oh, you're right, because it is a 2 right now.
Yeah, I figure maybe you can use him in a military conflict and then buff him up, or maybe you just stand him there to contest the favor or something. I don't know.
That's fair.
Scorpion usually doesn't care about the favor so much necessarily.
I think they would care more about the favor to deny, right? Like it's more of a denial thing.
Yeah, though Crane is running one copy of Kakita Yoshi and one copy of Doji Shizue, so it's not.
So we have a court
It's not
game.
necessarily a really high likelihood situation.
So we have
Okay,
a court
so
games, and illusionist removes it from the guest. Interesting.
I think that's correct. That blanks Voice of Honor.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Well, Pathfinder's Blade cancels Shameful Display.
Yep. So now we see Calimsha is currently winning but not breaking. And is there going to be another card coming from... Now, Suzume is actually starting to be in a pretty dangerous spot in terms of cards. He's currently -3 on cards. And he's also a little low on honor. Oh, policy debate.
They're tied, though. Interesting. So
Policy debate with them tied.
So I like this because this is... No, they're actually not tied. He's losing. He's down 1.
Oh, that's right.
Favor.
Yeah, wow. This is a bad play.
So Calimsha...
And indeed, he loses the duel. Wow.
He loses the duel, like, not close. Like, he... So Calimsha bids 4 very smartly. So, because if Suzume had bid 5, they just tie.
Yeah, that was really unwise from Suzume. You should not initiate policy debates when you're behind.
So
we see
he does have a Gaijin
Cloud
Customs in his hand.
Oh man, yeah, that calling in favor has really hit Suzume hard in this situation.
What do you take here if you're Calimsha?
Let's see. He doesn't have an Ishigenja, so he can't play Cloud.
Oh, I think he discards. Calimsha discards Cloud.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would probably be Cloud or court games.
I would agree.
That was so imprudent of Suzume. We were talking about card disadvantage earlier, and now it's really severe.
Well, now he's just down 2 cards. He basically paid an honor to go down 2 cards.
Yeah, and that's really not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, so it was erroring. I think you just absolutely allowed the Scorpion player to resolve erroring. Like you go down to 8 honor, it's not amazing, but the Scorpion players, like if they start 1-bidding you on turn 3, like I think you can dig yourself out with your honored characters.
And with that, his Gaijin Customs, Suzume cannot stand anything, cannot do anything for this next conflict. So we're really seeing the power of calling in favors here.
So we're gonna see a Bonsai here to break.
Yeah, maybe. If Guest of Honor had not had that stolen, we're seeing a fine Katana to win but not break. Maybe
2 Katanas.
Oh, yep, 2 Katanas.
Yeah, I think 2 Katanas is worth breaking Shameful.
Yeah, I think it's worth it, especially with that card advantage he's playing with.
And he went for Void.
Oof, Void Ring, voiding off that Guest of Honor. So Calimsha's now taking a big advantage in this game, no doubt. I agree. And to finish what I was saying earlier, this is really showcasing the power of calling in favors, because I think that turn would have gone very much in Suzume's favor if Suzume had retained the Spyglass. Simply because not only would it mean that was a conflict with even strength, so the Spyglass made the difference, and furthermore, it would have allowed Gaijin Customs go again and draw another card.
So here's Calimsha's very, very vocal about taking military favor in Scorpion because it allows your Yojembos to break without any items.
I think military favor in Scorpion is right. Usually I think you want to do whichever favor kind of shores up your weakness, and I think that Scorpion typically does better in political conflicts.
Yeah, Scorpion kind of feels like Crab, where they have kind of lopsided stats.
Okay, so Suzume is trying to use his big fate pool to his advantage here, bringing out Hataru with 2 fate and a Cautious Scout with 1 fate.
The only problem with the Cautious Scout is it can just get hooked by Hiroe.
That's true. Yep, I don't know that Cautious Scout's going to do a lot.
Which kind of neuters the effect of Cautious Scout being in play.
Yeah, it might have been better to bring in the Doji rep, though that would put him quite low on honor. Or on fate, rather.
Well, it would put him at 0 fate, and he would have a 0 fated rep. So, like, I don't even know if that would be worth it, but we'll see. Calimsha still has 6 fate, though, so, like, it's pretty huge.
Suzume has had 1 fate left at the end, so instead of
he could rep
2
with
a fate, he could have paid 3 with a fate, bid in 0.
Yeah.
One other thing I'll point out is that I do think that the Crane Conflict deck we're seeing here is comparatively inexpensive.
So we're seeing the perfect gift by Suzume. Both players
Wow,
bid 5
he
again.
gives Calimsha a calling in favors. I would not.
I think he thought that was the lesser of all evils because it was double court games Way of the Scorpion.
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is, in my opinion, the weakness of
The perfect gift.
Perfect Gift, because this is actually creating card disadvantage.
Well, it's card
And-
disadvantage because you spend a card to replace itself, but then you give your opponent a card, so you're down one card.
That's right.
And then
Yes,
also,
the card advantage.
I would argue that
Frostbitten Crossing gonna do work here.
oh wow, he doesn't have the Pathfinder's Blade anymore.
Yeah, he used that Pathfinder's Blade on Spyglass, so Frostbitten Crossing is actually gonna blow up. Or he used it on Shameful, so the Frostbitten Crossing is gonna blow up a Spyglass and an Ornate Fan. That's pretty hype.
Holy crap!
And this is on a political fire ring. Calimsha,
Wow.
I believe, is not playing I Can Swim.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's correct.
Nafriel in chat just gives the PogChamp emote. This is definitely a PogChamp moment.
Man, you know, we were kind of skeptical of that Frostbitten Crossing earlier, but in this situation, you know, it's probably one of the best provinces that he could be running into.
Noman in chat is saying that he wants political favor versus Kryn because of the box. The favor doesn't affect the box. It's the character's strength that affects the box. So having favor doesn't actually.
No, what he means is that if you
when
it
you
lets
get bowed?
attack only with a guy who gets bowed and still win. I do think that's relevant.
That's fair. Okay, I always forget that. That is also reasonable. I apologize to Noman. That's very true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so let's
yeah.
see here. Oh, Hataru on the defense. What ring is this? Fire? Okay, so we're not going to see Hataru on the defense,
But
actually.
we do see a Way of the Scorpion to dishonor Hotaru.
Okay, so actually,
He could
it's
just-
possible. It's possible Crane could make some big plays here. So here's what I think. If Crane can take this conflict and then win water military with the Cautious Scout,
We see
he can
court games
stand
to
at
re-honor.
Hataru. Yeah, let's see.
Another for shame. Okay, for shame to dishonor. Here's a question. Why defend? Why not just box as your first action?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
defending. Yeah, I think defending seems not great here.
Yeah,
I would.
Nick's in chat is saying use box. So if you just box first action, and then Hiroi has to choose to pull the Cautious Scout or the Hotaru. Now Hiroi, even if he's gonna lose this, can just hook the Cautious Scout.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I would not defend this. I think hooking the Cautious Scout puts Suzume into a dangerous spot.
Yeah, because as soon as your opponent reveals Frostbite and Crossing, you know you're gonna knock off both of the attachments.
It is risky though if Calimsha has a court games or something to get out of box range.
Well, no, you first action box.
You
Oh,
can't
you
first
can't.
action
You have to
box,
first
you have to
action
first action
Frostbitten.
frostbitten.
That's true.
Yep. Okay,
Alright,
he's really
that-
trying to
that's
keep.
fair.
Lineth, box means stronghold. It's a term from the old game when your stronghold ability would be printed on your actual physical deck box.
Oh yeah, see, Lineth, I also don't know why it's called box, but everyone in Crab Chat says box, so I've just adapted it.
Man, why are you in Crab Chat, man? You don't even play Crab.
Because Crab Chat is best chat. Like, I went to the other chats, they're all boring. No one says anything. Like, I literally go into Dragon Chat just randomly, like, just to see what's going on, and it's just nothing. It's actually nothing. And Crab Chat has, like, I don't know, every time I wake up, there's like 100 new messages.
In defense of Dragon Chat, I actually like it. We have some good Dragon deck building talks in there sometimes,
Sure,
but it
you
is.
guys have like real discussions and like, but it's kind of slow when no one's talking about the actual game. Crab Chat just talks about everything. Plus, we have really good personalities, like IRL personalities, not game personalities. We have to name a few. We got Vince, Joe, Spork is really somebody. Sideshow, like we've got a lot of people who are just like very regular in the chat.
Yeah, in the game, you guys might have some weak personalities with Tomato Chan and all that.
Yeah,
but
but
out of
IRL,
game,
man.
you guys got some chill bros in there.
For sure.
Did you see, by the way, the guy who played?
Oh,
Wow,
did
this
you?
is weird. It looks like.
So,
Wow.
So wait.
So it looks like Calimsha did not use Hiroi's ability.
Interesting. So, I think that must have been no. Oh wait. Let me scroll up. Maybe Calimsha hooked Hotaru, and we just missed it. No? Nope.
Don't think so.
I do not see Yogo Hiroi's ability in this log, so I think that's just an oversight by Calimsha, which is very costly.
Right. Clem's just trying to hold the line here because he knows this water conflict will hit him hard. It's Shameful Display, but Cautious Scout blanks it.
Yep, Cautious Scout is
Calimsha
sick.
plays a bonsai, and he does the full thing. Suzume retaliates with a bonsai of his own.
Wow, Calimsha has not seen an edict.
Or he just is really cautious with using it. But
Yeah, I mean, Calimsha's seen more than half of his conflict deck. Oh, but we see
I'm assuming
Yojimbo
Yojimbo defensively. That's a rare play.
I think he has to do it here. I think you cannot afford to lose this water ring. And
So let's see here.
You know your opponent is not going to play another character, because if they play another character, then Shameful Display gets turned on.
Does Suzume have his 1x Assassinate to kill the Manipulator and win this conflict?
Oh, that would be hype. What other mill buffs does he have? He has swords, but he's already used 2 swords.
Yeah, okay, he doesn't have it. He doesn't
Calimsha
have
wins the conflict. Yeah, I agree. And then we see a
Skirmisher. Oh, Calimsha is doing some damage this turn.
Calimsha still has 2 bonsais left in his deck, so he could very easily have a bonsai here.
I think the play here is to go for Earth, get the Fate, and exacerbate that card advantage.
You can Earth, and then if you have a second bonsai, you can break Frostbitten here.
Yep. Or if you just have, has he used all his swords? With the military favor, he only needs 1 sword. He's used 2 swords.
Nyx is saying that it's true he's in Crab Chat also, and he's not even playing Crab right now.
Art of Peace. Ah, interesting. So in this situation, we're seeing Calimsha scouts a new province, and because of that, he wastes Suzume's second Seeker of Air trigger by revealing both air provinces on the same turn.
Yeah,
that's an interaction a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the Seeker Keeper cards are physical cards on the table, and just like every other card, their reaction can only be used once per turn.
As expected, there's the Earth Ring, and we're seeing Calimsha really securing card advantage in this situation.
So Calimsha didn't have anything to break, so he does.
It's true.
But Suzume discards for Shame at random, which is very strong against Scorpion because of their dishonored characters.
Yeah, so in this situation, I do think that Suzume is at a disadvantage.
He needs
but I
his
don't
Hotaru
think it's necessarily
he needs his Hotaru to
insurmountable.
put in work.
Yeah. If he gets a big political win with Hotaru, perhaps against that public forum, he could definitely still be in this.
Currently, the main issue, though, is that I think that Calimsha just throws out Shouju here and just says, come at me.
Yeah. And I don't think that Suzume has any cards that provide a covert.
This Plagiarist is very interesting. He could Plagiarist instead. I really like that card.
Plagiarist is weird. When he's on, he's amazing. When he's not, like, sometimes it's like, oh, their top card is Way of the Crane. It does nothing.
Sure.
But sometimes it's like, oh, their top card is a Fate Worse Than Death. And the little funny thing about Plagiarist is that you do not have to pay for the ability that you copy. So if they have an expensive event, you can blow them up for free. It's amazing. All right, so we're seeing Kakita Kaizen. I can only imagine he'll be used with the dupe. Yep.
No, Noman was saying that they're actually not cards in play in quotation marks because the new Fire Katana will not count a fire roll as a fire card. Interesting.
Yeah, it still counts for the. It's a really weird ruling there. They don't count as being in play, so I guess their traits are only there for fluff reasons. It actually seems weird because they do have traits, but the traits don't do anything. I don't know why they decided that was the way they were going to do it, but...
Nick's in chat saying that he's outsmarting his opponents by only playing one of his Seeker Element provinces, so they can't reveal 2 in a turn.
Ultimate ruse.
Oh, no one's saying the traits matter. But
yeah, what I'm saying is I don't understand why it's like that instead of just... I don't understand why they did that trait-wise instead of just saying fire roll only and everyone knows what a fire roll is if the traits aren't otherwise relevant. But I guess it's like more elegant slightly.
So
it's just weird that they don't count.
We see another perfect gift. Suzume reveals 4 cards, gives Assassination to Calimsha, and gives himself Way of the Crane. Suzume's been playing with his 3-cost characters with 1 fate a lot. Like, his board is just not sticking around.
Yeah, I think that has been a problem for him. On the other hand, So honestly, Yojimbo is not very efficient
So
because
because
you're kind of paying a bit for being conflict. So interestingly, Calimsha actually has a much weaker board.
here's the plagiarist, like you were saying, kind of getting blanked. Well, not really blanked, but he's getting a not optimal card because Suzume was first player. Yeah, and see, here's the problem. So Calimsha doesn't use plagiarist, and so he can't copy anything right now.
Yeah, it might be useful to use plagiarist in advance to take the first shame.
Well,
But we'll see.
Well, it's until the end of the phase, so because Suzume is first player
right,
in
first player.
conflict,
Yep.
he plays Perfect Gift as his first action. We see
And
a Wave of the
because
Crane.
Perfect Gift is a bad card, you don't want to copy it, even if you can.
We see Wave of the Crane trying to re-honor his Hotaru, but we see an edict finally come out from Calimsha dishonoring his manipulator.
I'll actually say, if I have Way of the Crane here, I would go for honoring Challenger or Kaizen over Hotaru.
Let's see. We have
Challenger Hotaru going in.
Calimsha did draw 6 this turn because he had the manipulator,
Yep,
so he got to use his
manipulator.
stronghold.
Calimsha has a mighty hand size of 16.
I think Calimsha has done the best of using his stronghold out of all the Scorpions we've seen.
Yeah, a lot of Scorpions, I think, start bidding low too early, and they not only lose card advantage, they lose the ability to use their stronghold. Calimsha's been able to trigger it every turn, I think.
I think every turn, maybe not one, but yeah, for sure. So
Okay, what's going on here?
we see political with the Challenger and Hotaru.
Political Fire, Challenger Hotaru, City of Lies. Are we going to see a Fate Worse Than Death?
I think Hotaru's gonna get face. Oh no, Challenger could.
No, do it on Challenger. It's
Yeah, for
more
sure.
worth it, I think. Well, maybe Hotaru, actually.
No, you can do it. Well, see, because I only defended with 3, that's why I'm not sure.
Yeah. This is actually a situation where that political favor would be very nice to have.
I think you could have a fan too, because there's no attachment control from Crane.
Unassuming Yojimbo gets dragged in. That's a smart move
Yeah,
by
I agree.
Suzume.
So Suzume's still winning. Okay, we see the Fate
Yeah,
Worse Than
Fate
Death
Worse
on
Than
the
Death on Challenger. I actually gotta say, I think it might have been better to use the City of Lies discount in advance,
Yeah, in pre-conflict.
or to just take the hit and not give him the chance to use that ability.
I'm very surprised that Calimsha just didn't do it in pre-conflict phase, because you can, like, if your first action is just always going to be Fate Worse Than Death, you just do it.
Yeah, so while he is getting he is getting good economy out of his City of Lies. At the same time, the awkwardness of the timing can cause some problems.
So Suzume plays the fan, and then Calimsha uses the known calling in
Oof.
favors.
That's a bit of a gaffe. Did he forget that he had given Calimsha calling in first?
I am not sure.
Well, okay, so he can stronghold to bow that Yojimbo. Or
No,
he can't, because the Yojimbo is 0 glory.
Yeah, he needed
He probably
to
should
do
have
that.
bowed the Yojimbo prior to playing this fan.
Yep, he needed to box the Yujimbo first.
Yep. So that's a bit of a gaffe. I don't think he has a way to re-honor, which is his main way to win this conflict.
I think he's
so
played
it
all his
looks
court
like...
games, realistically. Let me see. He may have only played 2.
Oh, actually, court games is really bad in this situation, because if he plays it, the plagiarist can just copy it and send it right back. He
Oh,
would need
yeah.
another Way of the Crane.
Plagiarist is sick.
All right, that went pretty badly. For Suzume.
So, yeah, Suzume is now really behind, because he needed this Hotaru to do something. He's invested so much fate in her, and she has done actual nothing.
Yeah. Well, she's been stats.
Yeah, that's fair. Stats are something.
That Fate Worse Than Death hit hard. Would have hit even harder if it had saved the unassuming Yojimbo, but it's quite possible that Calimsha will win a water conflict and get the unassuming Yojimbo up anyway.
This is the second time that Fate Worse Than Death has traded evenly on Fate, because every time he's hit a challenger with 1, so he's effectively killed a challenger, so he's traded 4 for 4.
Yeah, 4 for 4. Good trade. Though in this case it was 4 for 4, but the challenger did get a relevant ability trigger, so it's
Well, it was actually 3 for 4. He City of Lies it.
Oh yeah, City of Lies. That's right, 3 for 4. All right, we're seeing military attack.
He's going with Frostbitten. He's bringing in Hero 8. I think he's gonna hook. He's probably gonna hook Cautious Scout here.
Yeah, so guess what he probably does is he stealths Kaizen and hooks Cautious Scout. That seems like a pretty good play.
Because if you don't stealth Kaizen, Kaizen just defends and then uses his duel.
Or yeah, it's not so good. got to be a military attack since he's using that skirmisher.
Yep, it is, and we see the purple outline on Kaizen to signify. Oh, he's wearing an art of peace.
Okay.
Maybe that could signify that he has his third sword.
Yeah, it seems a little strange to go to Art of Peace instead of Frostbitten Crossing, but maybe he's.
Oh, okay. So Hiroi is not.
Looks like
coming in
he's
now.
rethinking a lot of aspects of this conflict. He's taking Hiroi out.
So I think how he sees this conflict is if he, because Covert essentially forces the Cautious Scout to block if Suzume wants to block, Hiroi's ability is not relevant.
All right, here we go. It's the skirmisher alone, water ring, and the skirmisher is attacking at skill 2 thanks to that military favor. The Cautious Scout is coming in to defend.
He wants to probably ready this Yojimbo.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, actually, no. Wait a minute. I don't know how much he wants to ready the Yojimbo. Well, he does have an ornate fan, so
Well, it also has covert, so it makes his political attack have covert also.
So he could do a political break-in attack even with this. Now, interestingly, Suzume defends with the Cautious Scout. I'm not sure that's so good.
I think that's too defensive of a play, but I could be wrong.
He sends in a Wayfinder also, plays it with a Fate to try to build up a bigger board for next turn, and reveals Pilgrimage. Okay.
That's
good. It's good to know where that is.
That's very good
information. Some good info.
Yeah.
Bonsai from Calimsha on the Haruma Skirmisher.
We do know that I think Jaku actually has a bonsai known from the Perfect Gift.
Can he play it though? It will be copied by Plagiarist.
Yep, never mind. And Plagiarist has really cool and complicated rulings where, because it is an ability, it actually ignores the max 1 per turn or 1 per conflict stuff. So,
yep.
Because you're not actually playing a second bonsai, you actually get to use your Plagiarist to bonsai. Man, Plagiarist is a really cool card. I really like cards like that where they just have a lot of play to them.
Yeah. You know, I was skeptical of Plagiarist when he first came out, but I actually think he was a lot stronger than I gave him credit for.
So I was talking to Calimsha about Plagiarist, and Calimsha is really high on him because he likes him for his traits mostly. Because he is a court.
Shugenja.
Yeah, he's a Shugenja, and he's a courtier, and Calimsha was saying he only has 1 glory, so Calimsha really doesn't like favored knees, and I know a lot of Scorpion players do like favored knees. But Calimsha
favorite knees is for throwing away your Wave Scorpion in the mirror where it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and so Calimsha basically he was telling me that he doesn't like it because if it ever becomes Dishonored, it doesn't have any stats.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas Plagiarist can still challenge two political while Dishonored.
True that. Alright, what's going on here? Suzume, if he has... What? Fine Katana on Kaizen?
Interesting. What?
Don't know what that's about.
Is he just conceding this conflict?
Yeah. Well, Art of Peace is actually going to be pretty... Oh, no, it's not breaking. Though. Yeah. Huh.
What he could... I mean... This is... I mean, Art of Peace wouldn't even... I don't know.
Why did he pre-play that katana? I'm still...
Maybe he thought Calimsha was doing Earth, and he just didn't pay... Oh, Calimsha readies the Plagiarist, not the Yojimbo. Interesting.
Plagiarist has more raw numbers, and maybe he thinks the Kaizen will attack here. Personally, I think...
No, Yojimbo has the same numbers. Yojimbo doesn't have any glory, so they're both...
Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, I think the Plagiarist... I think that the Yojimbo is sort of just better here then.
Yeah, because Yojimbo's a 3/3 cover, and Plagiarist...
I would just stand here and not attack with Kaizen. Oh, you know what? Actually, I would attack with Kaizen because he has another Gaijin Customs.
Oh yeah, he has a Gaijin Customs in his hand that we know about.
Yep. So I would go for one of the rings with Fate on it in this situation.
It might not resolve. We could very easily see a second Edict. Calimsha's only played... Yeah, Calimsha's saying I'm dumb.
Says I'm dumb, so I think he may have realized that the fan on that Yojimbo makes it a better target.
Yeah.
Suzume says it's okay, me too. Maybe thinking about one of his oown
We've had
misplays.
One thing about this tournament is we've had a lot of very humble players.
Yeah, I don't think...
Calimsha's not even talking about the Yojimbo. He's saying that he thought Art of Peace was 3 strength because of Art of War, the Lion counterpart, is 3 strength.
Oh, yeah, interesting. So,
I mean, yeah, Calimsha has 12 cards in his hand. I assume he had another way to add a mill strength.
It's kind of funny because it seems like both players made the same mistake this game, where they thought an opponent's province was a little
weaker
weaker than
yeah.
it actually was.
Noman is saying in chat that Gaijin Customs also punished this plagiarist.
Yeah, that's true. Suzume says, "Yep, earlier I missed a break because I forgot holdings exist."
Yeah,
kind of confirming our speculation from earlier.
So, let's see. Calimsha just throws the manipulator into the conflict to not lose an honor. Honor totals, like most games against Scorpion, have started to fall low.
Oh, what is this? He removes the fate from unassuming you. Well,
I think that's correct.
I don't know. I think there's an argument for the plagiarist. I know what's going on.
I think there is, but I think when you have all these weird these weird events in your deck, you can kind of play around it.
Scorpion has so many honored characters that he's actually going to lose 3 honor.
The also the Yojimbo going first is a really big deal because Calimsha would be able to get a covert in immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a game so.
Oh man, Suzume does not use his Gaijin Customs. He has it, but he does not use it.
Interesting.
Did it get discarded? It did not get discarded. He is choosing not to use it in this situation.
I can't agree with that, but we'll see.
No, I think that's really not what we need to see from.
Because he could just stand Kaizen and use Kaizen to duel.
Yeah, use Kaizen to duel, and it will send one of those guys out. Suzume, what? Suzume passes? That is a giant misplay. He needs to use his box to bow Heroi.
Oh wow, Calimsha just doesn't pass first? Oh no.
Why did Calimsha move Cautious Scout into the conflict? That's honestly to Suzume's advantage.
Well, he wants to dishonor it.
That's like cool, but...
So we see a court games to honor the plagiarist?
I don't think that's worth it, and here's why. He dishonors it, but by the same token, he would lose an honor anyway for unopposed. It's the same.
That's true. And also it gives your opponent a chance to play cards.
Yeah, if you're going to pull someone in, pull someone with Fate.
Like Kaizen.
Yep. But Kaizen could then duel even from being bowed.
Yeah, from being bowed. Yep.
A little risky.
Not really. You just send Heroi out. Like you choose.
Yeah, I guess Heroi was going to be bowed anyway. That's a good point. All right, so Calimsha uses. Yeah, he wisely uses the air ring to gain 2 honor instead of stealing 1, which is going to kind of help him climb out of the pit.
Yeah. So against Scorpion, what the air ring is kind of odd. So if you ever steal one, you basically the honor total of the game stays the same. Every time 2 fate gets added, though, the honor pool becomes larger. And so basically, the way that when you're playing in Scorpion, the honor totals like just get dragged down together because Scorpion is basically taking from the same pool. But if you keep adding more honor into the pool, it's harder for Scorpion to bring you both down. If that makes sense.
All right. So looking at this situation, I think Calimsha is actually quite ahead right now. Both players have a large amount of fate. Calimsha's a little up on honor, and we're getting low.
I could see
Suzume
Calimsha
has
just
a
going
much
for
better
Shoujo.
board. Suzume has a much better board, but it's all about to go away.
Oh wait.
And Calimsha is +5 on cards.
Yeah. So here's Shoujo.
There's Shoujo. Yep, there's a Shoujo turn. And it looks like Suzume unfortunately did not draw any duplicates for either Kaizen or Hataru, which would have been great to see at this time. But maybe
he has
can
Narishma.
play Narishma and flip one.
Plays Asami.
Asami's going to be very strong here. This is definitely a situation where you want to have that.
Plays
Okay, he
Narishma.
plays Narishma. Let's see that flip.
Flips another Whisperer.
Just a Whisper.
Whisper is fine. I mean, he could just swarm here. Because Calimsha's on 5 honor right now. Like he has to be careful.
Yeah, this is interesting. So
Calimsha also only has
an-
8. Okay, so Calimsha bids 1, Suzume bids 2, which I think is smart.
It's reasonable. It's reasonable.
Because it's reasonable that the Scorpion player could also have done 2, and then if you bid 1 as Crane, Scorpion just steals their honor back.
Yeah, that's right. That's a very common trick. Okay, so let's take a look here. So Suzume has a vastly better board, but it's all going away. So he needs to get some results this turn.
One thing to note is that Calimsha has 7 cards in conflict, so we need to keep. I'm sure he's keeping an eye on it, but that is one way to just immediately lose the game.
Oh yeah, wow. Okay, so maybe that's why he's shifted to bidding 1.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 7 is not very many cards.
What's the
Okay, here we
what's the
go.
top event? It's still Way of the Crane.
Attack with both.
Let's see. We still have a Gaijin Customs active right now.
Yeah, attack.
This is public
attacking with
forum.
both.
This is public forum.
Oh man, that's the one thing he doesn't want to see.
I say Calimsha should know this is public forum because it's open Decklists.
Yep, he should know it, but he walks into it. That's harsh for him. Definitely not what he wants.
He got a Pathfinder's Blade. Very.
All right, so
very
if
easily
you're
a Pathfinder's Blade. He's only
if you're Suzume, do you defend, and if so, who do you defend with?
Well, so here's the thing. Do I think my opponent has their third Pathfinder's Blade? They've
Yeah,
gone
that's
through.
true.
They've gone through 33 cards in their deck.
Only
They've-
7 cards left, and no attachment control from Suzume to keep that Pathfinder's Blade in check if it is there.
Exactly. If you don't defend and you just concede the break, then you get mauled by Pathfinder's Blade.
I don't think he can defend though, because Shoju can kill most of his guys that would want to
You
defend.
could defend with the Whisperer. And
He can defend with the Whisperer. He could also defend with Hataru.
I think defending with Hotaru is incorrect. I think if you want to win the game, you need to double resolve a ring.
The problem with the Whisperer is that if Calimsha can dishonor it and then double Shoju, it will die.
Yeah, I mean, I think because if he defends with Kaizen,
Oh, Kaizen.
which I think
Okay,
is
so
really dumb because he's just gonna kill Kaizen.
he's just gonna get killed, but maybe there'll be a. I don't like that. I don't think Kaizen's good in this situation at all.
He needs to have a fan. And hope
Yeah, I
Calimsha
don't
doesn't
like
have
that
his third
Kaizen
calling
play.
favors.
I don't like it one bit. Maybe he has. Well, but that's the well.
Calimsha
Okay,
still has
maybe
two.
he has.
so
Maybe
Calimsha-
he has court games. Maybe he has court games. He honors Kaizen, and even if just steals and does it back, he can dishonor the illusionist
Calimsha's only played
or
one
the
edict.
freaking.
Calimsha's only played one edict, and he's played 2 calling in favors.
Yeah. Does he have 3 or only 2?
He has 3. Calimsha has 3 calling in favors.
That's what I would do. Also,
Let
calling
me
favors is very strong.
let me check Noman. Let me see how many fans. Suzume is only playing 2 fans. He's playing 3 spyglasses though.
Court games from Calimsha honoring Shoju.
So, Suzume has 1 fan available to him out of his deck. He's only played 1, and there's not another one in play. So,
Interesting. Favorable ground sends illustrious plagiarist home, meaning that Shoju is prepared to break on his own.
why? There's the Pathfinder's Blade. Yeah.
Pathfinder. Oh man, Suzume had better have something that he can do here, because otherwise he's gonna. Nope, nothing. This is a bad spot for
Wait.
Suzume.
Yeah. Has Shoju tapped anyone yet?
No, he's gonna kill Kaizen now, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Kaizen should duel now. Kaizen should duel right now to get the Whisperer back home standing up.
Yep.
Nope, doesn't do it. Maybe he doesn't want to lose the honor for Yuo.
I think you can just double resolve an air ring though with Hotaru.
Yeah, that's my view as well. In fact, wait a minute. He could win. No, wait, he can win this. Calimsha only has 3 honor.
I think Calimsha has Kachiko in his hand. I think he's gonna defend.
Oh!
What's up?
Assassination was played against the Whisperer. That's why Calimsha only had 3 honor. And then Steward of Law comes in.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so if Calimsha has Kachiko...
So I think Heinzel plagiarist got pulled out by favorable ground.
That assassination is very
Yeah,
risky. He's really going hard.
Noman in chat is saying that that assassination was so greedy. WTF indeed.
Oh, you know what? Actually, Calimsha is a little bit safer than I thought, because in the event that we get the big political air conflict and Asami steals an honor, Scorp Stronghold can steal an honor back.
Oh, yep, and he has the plagiarist leaving.
So he's not at risk to immediately die, though he could.
I also think he has
if he
Kachiko.
gets UO'd.
I think what'll happen is a political conflict happens. He just puts Kachiko in, and Kachiko can send Hotaru home.
That's true. Though playing Kachiko with no fate always stinks.
It does, but I think in this situation he
Maybe you have to do it.
you just do it to because I think he wins the game. I think he wins the game on his next turn because he'll have an honored Shoju.
He will be second.
That's true. So he has to defend against water.
Yeah. Military water to bow Shoju next turn might be a big problem. We'll see.
What ring do you try and double resolve here if you're Jaku?
Maybe water.
Yeah, Luke was saying that's not dangerous because he has a standing stronghold. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe water.
No,
Maybe
no man's saying going for air.
air would be nice. It does let the scorpion just steal one back from you. But if you steal two from him, then he's down to one. He goes to two. He goes to three with the plagiarist. That puts him still.
And then your Hotaro's dying, and your Hotaro's gonna lose you an honor too.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
Noman, I'm
maybe
just
you
not
do
sure. I'm
air
just
and
not
you
sure he
take
can
4.
win. Like if he goes for air, like I think air.
Yeah, I think also if he has voice of honor, maybe fire's a good option here.
So Noman's saying you can get 4 in double air, Asame, and unopposed. If you calls all 4, you win.
The problem is that Calimsha can steal one with.
No. You have to if you do all 4, if you so Calimsha can steal back to 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I see what you mean. If things go really
You
well,
you have to literally do all 4 in the turn before Fate phase where the plagiarist would die.
yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. But we're seeing the political air. He's going for it.
Yep, political air with Asami.
Plagiarist defense. So there's not going to be an unopposed here.
Nick's is saying he would do water first with Mill.
Yeah, mill water and then bow plagiarist. I think you save the second mill conflict to be void or to be void or fire. Asami gets dishonored. Kikita Asami then steals an honor.
Yep. Let's see.
Outwit.
Woo! Is it? Are we seeing it?
How is he
no.
even playing it? Is that legal?
Huh?
How is he even playing it? He doesn't have more. He doesn't
No,
have
no,
more.
no,
strength.
no. This outwit was discarded. From the Earth.
Oh,
Ring.
he's copying it. So he can send Hataru back.
Yeah. So oh my God, plagiarist. So because it was Earth ringed, outwit is in his graveyard, and so then plagiarist just copies outwit.
That's going to be very nasty. Suzume's got to get a fan or something out there. Got to get something out there to stop this big
a
outlet.
spyglass maybe. Like I mean, he just needs. Wow. Outwit. Oh,
You know?
I think it's bugged.
Suzume just passes. They're switching to manual mode. Presumably he's going to outwit Hataru. Yep, he outwits Hataru. So now, all of a sudden, this air... Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, plagiarist, by the way, doing great here.
I'm just gonna highlight
But-
the card real quick because it is a new card. I think it was in the final pack.
Yeah, maybe...
Fortunately, the game is being streamed, so the awesome Jigoku team can take a look at this. I'll just let Jadiel know also.
Okay, let's see. Can Crane get out of this situation? How has Calimsha not drawn Kachiko?
I'm assuming he has, and he just has chosen not to play her.
What if they're in his last 6? It could happen.
It could. Okay, so we see a Yojimbo now. Yeah, Noman saying. Oh yeah, Heinzel didn't even realize plagiarist is a courtier. Yeah, he's a Shugenja and a courtier. He has really sick traits right now. Noman saying he had a game against Phoenix with all 3 Way of the Scorpions in his bottom 4 cards. Yeah, I mean anything can happen. I agree.
It looks like I've been disconnected. I'm gonna rejoin the game.
Okay.
There we go.
Nothing has
Okay,
happened.
unassuming
since you...
Yojimbo. One additional fate. I guess in this situation you covert Narishma, so that I don't know. Maybe you have to covert Hataru so he has to defend with his character that has a stat for the military conflict that he has left. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
A lot of scorpions in.
What's the stronghold here? It's like a
Calimsha
rally.
Calimsha's literally telling us what he's gonna do in Twitch chat right here.
That's wild.
He's saying you covert Hotaru because it's rally under his stronghold.
That makes sense. Calimsha given some corrections
Yeah.
to our commentary. I love it.
That's wild. And he says he won't covert anything because of stronghold. Oh yeah, because it just gets flat. Because he just doesn't defend. So Calimsha passes his conflict opportunity. He's just gonna defend with the, yeah. Because what happens is if he attacks it, it just gets flipped, and then he gets
Yeah,
bowed.
I get you. Yes, that's interesting. Probably.
I think Calimsha just wins with Kachiko next turn. I think we'll see a Kachiko next turn.
Yeah, I think we should. I don't know that this is a rule, but I think we should not have people watching the stream of their own game just because the commentary might be strategic.
Oh yeah. We should get an announcement about that.
No disrespect. I don't think that's an announced rule, Calimsha. No disrespect, but I do think. Yeah, it looks like some of the people there are commenting that that would be a good idea. Okay, so it looks like Calimsha's ducking out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't give him any secret strategies, but since he was correcting us on our analysis of the situation, it seems unlikely. All right, let's see what we got here. The interesting thing is, I think actually in this situation, I can talk about this now that Calimsha is gone. I actually think he should have attacked. I think he should have attacked to get the rally irrelevant for next turn when he does his real attack. Military Void. Let's see. Will Suzume have anything to win this Void conflict? If he does, it's huge. Getting Shoujo off the field's great.
So they're tied. Oh no, Calimsha has military favor.
Calimsha's military favor is putting him over the top here.
Does Jaku have anything? Yeah, no, we should. I should talk to the league admin team just so we can.
Yeah,
make
talk
an
to Reagan
announcement.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this situation, we see a pass. I actually think this was a big mistake from Suzume then, because
He should
if
just have
hit
attacked with Hotaru also.
No, he should have attacked with nobody.
Oh, Hotaru has
Hotaru's-
0. Hotaru has 0.
Hotaru's mill 0, but if he just stands still, he has 4 standing glory and he steals the Imperial favor.
Yeah.
So I think he should have not attacked. I don't know why he did that. And there wasn't any fate on the ring either. So I think that was actually a bit of a mistake. The other option is he still had that Gaijin custom, so he could have stood up his Sword of Law and then attacked with both to be tied.
Noman saying people are just very bad at not attacking. It's a very bad habit to break. People are just like I have a character, I got to do something with it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Noman there. I think that not attacking is actually an important skill.
Oh,
I have
wow.
some games where I pass both my attacks on certain turns, and I think it's correct.
So, interestingly, Suzume plays Gaijin Customs to try and stand a character to steal favor when he could just...
and then it gets canceled. That's insult to injury. What a mistake. Yeah. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, so now I think that's going to be it for Suzume personally. We'll see. But I don't know that he's going to be able to come back from this situation.
Maybe Calimsha will lose his mind and draw all of his conflict cards.
So he's down by 2 cards. He's down by 2 honor. He's down on board. He's down on breaks.
Yunako is really huge here against Rally to the Cause.
And you know what we're seeing here also? If Suzume hadn't messed up, he would be able to play Kikita Yoshi and maybe pull himself out of the situation by just getting those 3 cards, and hopefully you draw some impactful stuff. Probably not, because the unassuming Yojimbo can sneak in. But maybe if he did his attack with Yoshi, he'd get something. I think Calimsha has this one though.
I think Calimsha just plays Yunako because Yunako makes Shoju a 7 military. Because if you hit rally, where you're going to hit rally, you can just swap Shoju stats and have a Kasada.
Nix says Calimsha goes 5 and Suzume goes 1. Easy.
Yeah, Noban saying strategy is to spin your opponent's dial while they aren't looking. Oh wait, that's how you play the mirror.
Calimsha bids 3. but that's not going to give him the win, and he's going to steal one of those right back with the stronghold. He has an even bigger card advantage.
He doesn't play Yunako, so we'll probably see a probe attack to trigger rally, and then see a Kachiko come in.
Yeah, maybe Manipulator goes in first. Like, Manipulator does the mill attack on his own, and then everybody else goes in political.
Soto is saying PSI bidders? I don't...
It's a Netrunner joke. In
Oh, okay.
Netrunner, there was a mechanic called Psi, and people called it like Psi games, where each player spends 0, 1, or 2.
Okay.
But they spend it in secret, and if they spend the same number, the effect doesn't go off. So it's like a mind game.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
And-
I this is my first Fantasy Flight game. I have heard
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories about Netrunner and stuff, and I've heard
Psi games were hated in Netrunner, just for background, because they were perceived as random, and as some of them were very powerful also.
Oh, okay.
So people perceived it as something that was damaging the game. In particular, there was one card. I'm blanking on the specific name now, but there was one card that everybody hated for a while.
Heinzel saying that Psy games are amazing.
Those guys are mean. I don't know. Maybe Psi games are good now. There was a card called Caprice Nisei, which may have
Yep.
rotated out, that was hated
it's-
by
yeah, let's
absolutely
see.
everyone.
No
Because
man's-
it would, like, this card, it was a Psi game, and if the runner lost, I think the run just ended. They couldn't access or something. So it would basically be, you would get all the way through, and then at the last moment, you would have this element that's widely perceived as random.
Let's
Okay,
see.
so it looks like Caprice rotated out.
Yeah, everyone's saying that right here.
Oh yeah, and then Nyx points out it's Caprice plus Nisei Mark II. That was a combo where first they would have to get your Psi game, and then if they failed and you had scored this other thing, you could kick them out anyway by spending your token.
I know you've played other competitive LCGs. Did you play competitive Netrunner?
I used to play Netrunner competitively. I stopped playing it shortly after Honor and Profit came out, so that was actually quite some time ago. I think Netrunner went pretty far away from the fundamentals. But from what I hear, it's moving back in that direction, so that seems pretty hype.
Yeah, I know you played Netrunner, Game of Thrones, and you said you played Conquest?
I played Conquest. I actually didn't ever play Thrones very competitively.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I don't think I went to like the launch tournament at Gen Con, which was like a non-competitive one-core event.
Oh, kind
And
of like
then I
the
played-
L5R tournament.
Yeah, and then I played an online tournament where I did pretty well, but I got bored of that. Like I think I got one pack of the first cycle of Thrones that someone gave me as a gift. And aside from that, I only have cores.
That's fair. Have you ever played Magic? I know we're kind of diverging here because nothing's really happening in the game. Sorry. I just wanted to know like your background. Are you mostly an LCG?
Yeah, I've played some LCGs.
So real quick to get to the game. So what happened was
Yeah, let's discuss what's actually happening in
yeah.
this game.
So Suzume attacked with Dishonored Asami. Shoju blocked and killed it with his ability. We see the Yojimbo coming in to trigger rally and blanking the steward. I don't know.
Courting the steward, rather.
Yeah, and so what's really funny is that I think Suzume actually has to block because if he doesn't, Akachiko can come in and solo break.
Yep, so he blocks. Is he going to remember to box this time? Let's see.
Nyx with all capitals, use box.
Yeah, Sotomatic is saying that CI should be banned. To be honest, I agree. It was a stupid card. It was only ever valid in decks that shouldn't be in the game. I have never seen a CI deck that plays the game in a way that I think is like fun or positive for people to interact with. Never ever. It was a giant design mistake. CI, yeah. Oh, he did it. He used the box.
Huh.
Nick says, we did it. Box used. Moral victory.
Interesting. All right. So we got box being used.
Are we going to see Kachiko come in? Kachiko can still jack this up.
I mean, Kachiko can break on her own almost. Like she can break on her own, but I mean,
If there's not a strength buff.
yeah.
Nope. Pass. Public forum. Air ring this time. Military air strength 2. Boy, Suzume has not achieved a single break. I think that Suzume's only real chance is the dishonor.
Yeah.
But it looks like Calimsha is there to oppose it, and it's going to be hard to get that dishonor through when you're starting with lower honor. They have the Scorp stronghold, and they have card advantage.
Calimsha does only have 3 conflict cards right now.
What? Calimsha has 9 conflict cards, dude.
No, in his deck.
Oh, in his deck. Yeah, okay, so if Suzume stalls this game for 4 turns, he wins.
If he has another perfect gift, that's another card.
Oh man, if perfect gift... No, I thought he only had 2 perfect gifts in his
Oh,
deck.
wait, let me check. How sick would that be?
Dude, if someone won the game by playing perfect gift so that the card disadvantage causes their opponent to deck out, that would...
No, he does only have 2 perfect gifts, so we won't see that.
That would be the dumbest conclusion.
That would be so sick. Oh, man.
That would be like maximum jank. That would be jankier than contingency plan. By the way, if any of the Jigoku people are playing or are listening to this stream, please change contingency plan. Right now, there's like an obvious interval where it asks the opponent whether or not they want to use contingency plan, and it gives away the fact that they have it because there's no other card in that section. It's like, oh, you have an interval after the policy debate. Bids are chosen. What's going on?
And you're not Scorpion, so
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's unfixable, but it's pretty annoying. It definitely telegraphs information that it shouldn't. Also, display of power has the same problem.
Oh, we see a policy debate, and we see triple Kachiko in his hand. Triple Kachiko, Edict, a fan.
Why didn't he Kachiko on his attack?
Yeah, he would have won, right?
I think so.
He was unopposed? Yeah, what? Yeah, it was unopposed.
Okay. That's an odd...
What?
Okay, that's very strange. I don't know. Don't know what to say about that.
Noman, the perfect gift can't cause the dishonor one in its own, but if you play it in Dynasty, you can play it in Dynasty phase, and then when it comes to draw phase, you still have to draw a card. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Chad can correct us, but I don't see why he didn't put Kachiko in.
Wait, yeah, why didn't
maybe
Kachiko?
he didn't. Maybe he forgot that it was a Paul attack, and now I don't know.
Especially with 2 dupes. Bizarre.
No, Luke. Oh, Calimsha called. Okay, so Rega's saying that Calimsha already noted that it was a mistake.
Yeah. Oh no, Nefriel, we're just speculating. We do not believe that he is viewing the stream.
I checked the viewer list.
So now he plays Kachiko, just to use those dupes, I guess. And I will say, or what? Oh no, he had another conflict. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so he'll do it now. This will be the win.
We can see a for shame here.
Unless he gets for shame comboed before he can send him home.
No, he has an edict.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, this game is probably over.
Nix is giving.
Suzume's already played all 3 for shames anyway. Has he played all 3 court games? He could. Oh, I guess that would also get edicted.
Yep. Oh, can't edict the steward and play Heinzel. See, this is something.
Oh, the super troll. The rogue scenarios. Thank you.
We see a political rival though.
Okay.
Now he can edict.
Well, the political rival actually means that he's not losing.
So Calimsha avoids the storyteller.
Whatever. Yep.
All right, come on, mill him out. I trust in Jaku here. Come on, Suzume, just mill him out.
What do you trust in, man? Like,
come on, dude, you just mill him out. I want to see it.
Dude, okay, if Calimsha forgets and bids 4 and loses, that will be the unhypest.
He doesn't even need to bid 4. He just needs to. Oh no, he would have to bid. He would have to bid 4. Damn it. Maybe he bids 3 and goes for Earth Ring. Oh no, the ring resolution happens after the break.
Narum says maybe Calimsha doesn't know he has 3 cards left. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, so bidding 4 is obviously insane anyway.
Yeah, look, no, man, we
He's
can
the
hope,
game,
man.
dude.
We can hope. All right, next, let's hear this line. Oh, and forces.
Yeah, that's true. Hataru wins on defense and triggers Earth Ring. Ultimate troll.
Oh God.
Doji rep. Okay, so I guess it's a Doji rep and Shizui turn. Against Calimsha's plagiarist, pretty good here. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, so if Bit Metal, the perfect gift is he's already played both his copies.
Yeah, unfortunately, the perfect gift troll is not available. God, we were so close. But we have Calimsha going first with.
Wait, does the perfect gift kill him because he has to reveal 4 cards and he doesn't have any?
I am unsure.
Or do they have to actually draw it? I don't know how that works.
I think it would just reveal the 2, because if you have Swordsmith and you don't have 5 cards in your deck, it doesn't make you shuffle.
Okay, so now we see there's a covert, there's a huge amount of numbers. There is a favorable ground which can...
I mean, it doesn't... So if you favorable grounds in, Kachiko sends it home.
Alright guys, is he going to remember to use the box?
No,
he's just going to concede.
He concedes.
Well, game's over anyway, so yeah.
So
alright, game over. Calimsha's victorious.
To go back to your point about revealing cards, so if you probably use Swordsmith with less than 5 cards, right? Because I have.
I might have. I don't remember.
Yeah, I've used Swordsmith with less than 5 cards. It just looks through what you have remaining. It doesn't make you shuffle.
That's cool. Well, so in this situation, there are a few things that Suzume could have done, but they wouldn't have given him enough numbers in all likelihood, especially with Kachiko there to send somebody back. So that's going to be the game. Let's see if Calimsha wants to do the traditional post-game interview. No disrespect, of course, if he doesn't. There have been people have declined this before. There's no obligation to...
Also, I'm not sure if English is Calimsha's first language, so he might not be comfortable.
That's a good point.
I think he's French, if I remember correctly.
Or you can also just be uncomfortable with being interviewed by us clowns. I mean, but let's see.
Wait, I think
see what we got here.
All right, Calimsha is going to be interviewed. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, so Calimsha is going to be interviewed. Nice. Let me add him on Discord, and we'll get this call going.
Good plays here. There were a few mistakes from the players, but overall,
It was still a good game.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
yeah, we hear you. Congratulations on your victory.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It was super stressful for me because I feel I made a lot of dumb move. Like, I think I could have won the last turn. Just forcing him to play is what's the name of this card? It's rival on the previous conflict by just dropping Kachiko during the conflict, and then
The rival, yeah, making him play his rival there.
Yeah, make him play the rival. Then he played the rival, so I could play my what's the name of this card? My fan on my Kachiko.
Oh, and then send the rival home and win.
And yeah, I could have done that the last turn, and well, didn't. So
Look, the results were the same.
Maybe all your Kachikos were in the bottom of your deck, but
no.
you'd probably seen them.
I had all 3 of them for like 2 turns, but the way the game was played, I didn't feel I really need to play Kachiko.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The Yojimbos were doing work.
Yeah, the Yojimbo did much more work, I think, than Kachiko this game because, just bowing people with watering or just for swimming to block with awkward people. Because if you play Kachiko and attack, you still get to choose which character will block when. And if you're playing Yojimbo or any kind of cover guys, you can decide who are the blocker in this situation. So.
That's fair. So the unicorn splash. So we were actually concerned that you might get decked out, but unfortunately your opponent didn't have any more perfect gifts.
Yeah, but he already played two perfect gift, and I think he only played 2 in his deck.
Yeah,
so...
he did.
Yeah.
That's right.
You were dangerously close, but I think.
Yeah, but no. This is something I was paying attention for like 2 or 3 turns. I was thinking, oh fuck, my deck is only 8 card left, 5 card
Nice.
left, 2 card
Yeah,
left.
we had said we
and
had
I was
said
checking-
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And I was checking his discard and checking his deck on the 5-ring database and say, okay, he only have 2 gifts,
Yeah,
so we can play the
yeah.
gift, so I'm fine. I'm fine here.
Yeah, we were saying that we were saying in the commentary that we thought you had almost certainly won the game before this last situation,
Yeah.
and people in the comments were suggesting silly ways that you could potentially lose.
No. I think I was pretty much in control the entire game here.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
it took a while because I was playing super safe, and as you could see, I got my second Pathfinder Blade discard like turn 1 or turn 2 on
Yeah.
Earthring, and that one really slowed me down by a lot because I couldn't attack his Art of Peace without being hit by some kind of dishonor, and I couldn't afford to get dishonored or giving him any other guide because if you look at the card he played, I think he only played 1 voice on the first turn.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I never gave him any opportunity to play voice for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you were doing a good job maintaining that advantage on personal honor.
I agree. The calling in favors on the Spyglass also in the early game was very important because he had a Gaijin Customs in his hand.
The thing is, if you look at his deck, there was only 2 targets for me to use my 2 real targets for the calling favor, which is the 3 spyglasses and the 2 Cloud of Mind. Everything else, yeah, wow.
Oh,
I
everything
feel
else
like,
is a fan or katana. That's fair.
yeah, it's a final katana, so that's why I just keep my killing favor for those cards. And fortunately for me, he never saw his second or third spyglasses this game. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
The Frostbitten Crossing was actually pretty good for him, surprisingly.
Yeah.
yeah, because it forced me some awkward move on with what I want to attack or. Yeah, no. I think.
You
in
ran
I
into
think-
it. You
I think-
face planted it.
Yeah, no, I knew it was a frostbitten closing anyway, but it didn't really matter because, yeah, I'm gonna lose a fan. It's fine.
Well, you also fan and the Spyglass on that turn.
Yeah, but it wasn't my spyglass, so
No, sure. I'm just saying it
That's a good philosophy.
it wasn't mine. I was just borrowing it.
no. The thing is that if I was attacking this the frostbitten with my Irue, I knew he will try to block with this Otaru, because I will drop all my attachment, which means the political value of my Irue will drop to 2, which means he could try to debate me and trash me something from my hand.
Oh, sure.
I was expecting him to block, to get rid of my attachment, blocking me, so that way I could try to dishonor his Otaru. And that's what I did. I played like 2 for shame and 1 court game against the Otaru during this turn or something like that.
So you're gonna be playing against Nyx in the next round. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've played against him or.
I think I've played against him once or twice on Jigoku, and it was pretty uneventful. So.
So he's on Dragon. How do you feel? How do you feel about this matchup? Like, do you feel favored? Do you feel confident?
I I'm confident this matchup because I knew this matchup really well. Played against Dragon a lot, but I don't think I'm favored in the matchup. I think at best we are even, and what will decide is that if he hit my forum on the first turn or not. Like,
Okay.
because if he hit the forum on the first turn, it means he have one safe province to farm if you want to farm some ring.
That's
And
fair.
that's the thing I don't want to see. Everything else, well, I think it will boil down on whoever play the best. So
Yeah, I think Kingsley and I were agreeing that the matchup has kind of turned into what would be considered a skill matchup.
yeah,
Fate Worse Than Death has helped Scorpion's position a fair bit.
yeah, but it still costs a lot, and
That's true.
if you're paying forfeit to play for a Fate Worse than Death, you are not progressing on your own game plan, which is in my case breaking province.
That's
Like,
true. Absolutely true.
Okay, I'm gonna Fate is what's the name? It's Nitten Master. That's
Yeah.
fine. And then I'm gonna attack with I don't know, a champ, trying to avoid it, and then he play me Rimurto Fury on my debut, and it's like okay, we have just lost one turn, so.
I mean, if
Yurimoto's Fury is a pretty annoying card for Scorpion with their low glory values, especially with the unassuming Yojimbo and stuff.
Yeah, I think my issue with Fury in this matchup is that even if I'm attacking the Stronghold with my Yojimbo, they can still use the Fury on them, and as you could see in this game, the Yojimbo is a pretty big part of my game plan.
I know. So I know that also you can play around Fate Worse Than Death. Like if I don't know if you saw Kingsley's game, but Kingsley got Fate Worse Than Death on his right Sugu, and he still ended up breaking 2 provinces on turn 1.
Okay.
So I mean, like, there's definitely play around. There's definitely play around it, but it is a very strong card against.
No, it make the attacking is often pretty awkward when you play Dragon. But,
Kingsley, you're tower number 9. Lol.
Yeah, that's me. I was answering someone else was asking a question, but I didn't want to interrupt your answer, so I answered them in the stream chat.
No, it's funny because you were in one of my stream chats earlier, and I didn't even realize that was you.
No, I was coming in your stream chat because I feel the game was pretty slow at this point. I wanted to see.
I didn't think you were doing it maliciously. We're just going to I think I'm just going to talk to Rega and the league admins just to make an announcement that we. Like just for competitive like spirit, basically we don't want people.
Okay, no, that's fine. So I just came for like 1 or 2 minutes. Just
the way you played the game didn't feel like you were listening the whole time, etc. Like I don't think it was malicious. So yeah, congratulations. Good luck in your next round against Nyx.
I'm gonna say the province setup Suzume got this game. I think if I was playing against one garden and one fertile field, I think I would have won like 2 turns sooner. So.
Oh wow.
No, because it was really, very, very awkward for me to attack the Frostbitten Crossing and Art of Peace. Usually, when you play against Crane, you attack the opponents. You can give them some card, or it really doesn't matter because it's not like they have a lot of things to do with their fate or card anyway. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're gonna let you go. We'll see you in the next round.
Yep.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care, man.
See ya.
All right, guys. That I think is gonna do the stream. We're gonna. I think if Kingsley's gonna still be awake, we do have a match. We have a couple matches coming up in an hour. I'm gonna see what can be done. There's a Crane Mirror match that I don't think we're gonna get to because. I mean, I don't know that much about the match.
We have to choose one of 2 games to stream, and Crane Mirror match is unfortunately really unhype. It's whoever gets more honor cards. No disrespect.
To be fair, I will offer the option to chat if chat wants to voice their opinion in the Discord server on if they would rather see Eric versus Katai or Ozil Gozel versus Four Dream, which is Dragon versus Scorpion. I will definitely stream whichever one is more popular, because I am a man of the people.
I cast my vote for Dragon versus Scorpion.
I
That's
also
the matchup
cast
we
my
were
vote
just
for Dragon versus
discussing.
Scorpion.
I think it's really interesting.
I think it's really interesting, and I also think that we can offer the most insight into it because we are both Dragon players.
Yeah, here's a sneak preview of my commentary on Crane versus Crane. I'm going to start off by saying, all right, guys, whoever draws more of their honor cards is going to be at an advantage in this matchup. And that's going to be what the matchup is like.
All right, looks like people are already voting for whatever isn't Crane versus Crane. So looks like we'll be bringing Ozil Gozel versus Foredream then, which is a very interesting matchup because Foredream is a player that has come out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere in a strong pod and 6-1 his pod, and actually just skyrocketed in Matrim's ELO rankings.
Wow.
I think he went up. I think he was a 1500 player, and he ended up going all the way up to like 17 or 1800.
That's wild.
So we'll see who this person is, and I'm pretty interested to see if Ozil can put another dragon through. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. I'll be back in about 45 minutes. I'm not gonna use an actual time because I always forget people have different time zones. So in about 45 minutes we'll be back doing pregame deck lists and everything, and we'll see you guys then.